Okay, we're doing it.
What?
We're doing it.
Oh yeah, we're doing it. I hit the button. Sorry.
Good morning, everybody. You got Chad Banner here with Brevard Insurance Live. This morning we got head football coach at Rosman High School, Dusty Robinson, with us. Going to be going through the show today. Just a reminder, we go live every Friday morning, somewhere around 10 o'clock, and talk with various community members about all kind of things, sometimes insurance-based, sometimes not. So we appreciate you tuning in. Again, this is Dusty Robinson with Rosman High School. He's a head football coach starting his second season. Husband of commercial agent Emily in our office. And we're just going to go through a couple things. I'm going to ask Dusty a couple questions, and we'll learn about a little bit about Rosman High School football. Dusty, take it. Tell us, start off, tell us about your history in Rosman football and how you came to be the head coach.
Sure. Yeah. So I'm actually a Rosman alumni, class of '98. Was on the '97 football team that won the regional championship and played for a state championship. In my coaching career at the high school level, I actually started at Smoky Mountain High School when I was in undergrad at Western Carolina.
Okay, I didn't know that.
First year out of high school, or out of college, I actually worked in Henderson County and was a coach at East Henderson High School. And then in 2008, I came back to Rosman, and I've been coaching there in various capacities ever since.
Mm-hmm.
Primarily football assistant. I've also was the head track coach for several years, and lately I've added assistant baseball coach. And from '08 until 16, I was there and took a brief detour actually selling commercial insurance.
Nice.
And then I decided that the relatively low-stress environment and regular hours were just too much for me to handle, so I went back into teaching and coaching. And this will actually be my third. I'm going into my third season as.
Okay, I'm sorry.
That's all right. The head
Time
football
flies.
coach. Yeah. Oh yeah, trust me. I was named the head coach in December of 2019.
Mm-hmm.
So my first season was actually the COVID season.
Right.
When we played in February. So I got the job, and then we really didn't do anything until February, and then everything happened.
Sure, yeah. And I was going to get you to elaborate on the trials of coaching football in this situation. Just it's not easy coming into a new program as a head coach, right? And then you got COVID on top of that. If you just want to talk about just how that's been tough for you guys and
Sure,
for the players too.
Yeah, well, if you ever know a football coach, you know that we are creatures of routine,
Mm-hmm.
and we get those calendars from the state a year in advance of when we need them, and we immediately start planning.
Sure.
Coaches are planners. Well, with the constantly shifting and changing COVID protocol, the uncertainty of when fall sports are even going to happen in 2020,
Mm-hmm.
We didn't know. Now I'm having to reach back in my memory, but we didn't even know when we were going to play.
Right.
Until right before the school year started.
Mm-hmm.
So that part was challenging, and I've tried to keep in mind, working with our kids, that what they're going through is also unprecedented.
Absolutely.
So it's sort of a constant tension between doing things like you've always quote unquote done them in football, and also remembering, hey, these are kids, they're going through this too, and then football was slap in the middle of basketball and baseball.
Right.
And so we had kids doubling up. They would go to basketball practice, and then they would come catch a few minutes of football practice, enough to count to be able to play.
Mm-hmm.
And I joke and tell people all the time, it's actually I was probably a blessing in disguise that I was a first-time head coach, because I didn't know any better.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So I just was able to adjust.
Really good way to look at it. Well, tell us about the off season, what you guys have been doing to prepare and get ready for this coming season. That what we hope is going to look pretty normal.
Right. We hope. I've learned not to count on that. But we're going through this will actually be my as the head coach, it'll be my first quote unquote usual off season.
Okay.
So right now we're not doing much of anything besides the kids are lifting in weight training class and conditioning. The 14th of this month, we'll be starting spring sports. So we're finishing up basketball and getting ready to start baseball, softball, track, golf. And so that's where the focus is right now.
Okay.
So from my perspective, it's more of being in the planning phase of getting our spring calendar set up, getting ready for spring football, getting ready for the summer program, setting that calendar, scheduling 7-on-7s during the summer, getting ready for our golf tournament in May, doing all those things.
Okay. And then the summer, you mentioned the 7-on-7 you guys schedule. Other than that, you got your summer workouts that you got to attend. Anything else during the summertime that the kids will be doing to prepare?
Well, yeah, not our kids specifically. We're going this summer. We're going to do for the first time that I'm aware of in program history. We're actually going to be having a youth football camp.
Okay.
So we're going to have our high school football players and coaches host a camp for even if they have never played before, any prospective youth football players.
Okay.
That's going to be the last week in June. And we're really excited about that. I think that's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I really like the fact that getting the older kids involved and showing the young kids that'll be good both ways. I think the young kids will be looking up to them, and then the older kids get to foster that program, from the beginning.
Yeah, we're really excited. Like I'm trying to sort of explain to the older kids, this is your chance to give back to the program while you're still in it.
Sure.
Because somebody came before you, and somebody's going to come after you. So it's a constant cycle.
Absolutely.
And we're in the middle of renovating our locker room right now, which, if you've ever done a renovation project at all, you know how that goes.
Yeah, not
fun,
not convenient.
Not fun. Yeah.
Not for anybody. Tell us a little bit about the hopes for the season, and you got any kids coming back and things like that, and then we'll move into some other sports.
Yeah, sure. So we're very optimistic about the upcoming season. We're going to be really young, but we're going to be talented. So I'll take talent over experience if you make me choose any day.
Yeah.
Our numbers should be up. We've had really successful JV teams the past 2 years where during a time when not a lot of programs have been able to maintain JV programs because of numbers. Yeah. And I really am proud of the fact we've been able to do that both seasons, both in February of 2021 and then in the fall. So, we're really excited. We've got some new guys coming on to coach that I think will have they'll provide some fresh eyes, if nothing else, a new perspective on how to do things, and I'm really excited. Also, my lovely wife Emily will, I'm sure, be back doing her award-winning Facebook Live streaming during the games. I know everybody looks forward to that.
Good. Well, that sounds good. Yeah, I mean, I'm always excited for we're closing out kind of pro sports right now, pro football. This day you can keep up with all kind of different programs on social media, and follow Rosman. It sounds like you guys are in the weight room and doing a lot of off-season work, and in my opinion, I think that's really important.
Sure.
The foundation. You get the guys in the weight room, get them strong, and then I think those other things will fall into place. But we'll move on now. Today is all sports, so most people know we got the Pro Bowl this weekend. That has usually been in Hawaii, and it's not in Hawaii this year. I think it's in California.
Yeah, that's no longer in Hawaii.
I don't know why they changed the location. Las Vegas, which is not California. Then next week we got the Super Bowl. We got the Rams and the Bengals. I don't know if anybody saw that coming at the beginning of the season, but pick.
All right. So first of all, on the Pro Bowl, I'm going to put this out there. I am anti any All-Star games. And I understand where they're coming from.
Yeah. The
pro leagues have tried to incentivize them, which I appreciate, but they're just unnecessary. I would really like to see like the adjacent activities, like in the NBA you have the dunk contest, three-point contest. Yeah. In baseball you have the home run derby. In football, you can do basically a glorified punt, pass, and kick thing. But those games are just meaningless.
I kind of agree there. They don't get a whole lot of.
If you like the Pro Bowl, tune in. I don't. My pick for the Super Bowl. It's an interesting matchup. A couple weekends ago we had what was probably. I know it was the best weekend of pro football I can remember in my lifetime.
Yeah,
you know, you
definitely.
have 3 walk-off field goals and then an overtime touchdown. I have my own feelings on the overtime rules in the NFL also.
Sure.
Yeah, it's a really intriguing matchup, and you know I know the Bengals have a lot of juice. They've got Joe Burrow, who's obviously a winner.
Yeah.
But I'm going with the Rams.
Yeah.
I think the Rams are going to have too much for them.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do the same. Probably some people watching that are booing me right now, but they seem to have a pretty strong team. But tough to bet against Joe Burrow and what he's done in his college career. And
I have a vested interest in the Bengals also because they've got a couple former Clemson Tigers on their team contributing in big ways. But I think Joe Burrow and I think the Bengals will get theirs.
Yeah,
I do. I just don't think it'll be this year.
Maybe not this year. All right, we also got the Winter Olympics coming up, and
Wait 1 second. Josh
okay.
Toops,
Yes.
he said, "Do some Napoleon Dynamite for the crowd. Go Tigers."
Oh, come on, man. No questions from the peanut gallery.
All right.
But we do have the Winter Olympics coming up, and Dusty mentioned it before the show. Usually that's everybody tunes in about a week beforehand and says, "Oh, the Olympics," and then we just start watching it. Have you got a favorite Winter Olympic sport?
If it's a sport on TV, if I have enough time to watch it, I can generally get into it. You know, I enjoy watching. I say the Shaun White stuff, like the downhill skiing and the snowboarding.
Yeah.
I like watching that. And I know it's kind of a punchline, but I really like curling. I think that gets pretty intense.
Yeah, well, I was going to say the same thing. So the downhill skiing, sure, you know, you got your adrenaline, very talented athletes. Curling just seems to come out of nowhere and is just this. You obviously have to have talent to curl, but I don't know, just the act of curling, like you know, it's pretty interesting to watch.
Well, one of my, and this is not my original thought. I saw it, but I liked it. I saw it on Instagram or something where somebody had a sports take, and it was they believe that in every Olympic event there should be one average Joe competing, just so that you can appreciate what the athletes are doing.
Yeah,
and
how good they really are.
That tickled me to think about me and my buddies trying to do curling.
Yeah.
So I really like curling.
Well, yeah, the Olympics. It's always an exciting time to see the best in the world compete, and you get to something on the Olympics is on for
All the
3
time,
weeks.
right.
You know, you can tune in and see something. So, yeah, always a good time. All right, that's going to be it for me. We got.
Don't forget the opening ceremonies are tonight for the Olympics.
Okay, good. What channel?
NBC.
NBC's got the opening ceremonies tonight. And then, I think we got about 3 weeks worth of Olympics coming from Beijing this year.
Beijing, yeah.
Beijing. Yeah. All right, Dusty, we appreciate you coming in and talking. Brad's going to take over and go over a couple things and take it from there.
The time change, the opening ceremony is happening right now, so people can tune in right now.
There we go.
There you go.
Tonight. Oh, and Emily said she likes the Bengals uniforms.
I know she does. Orange and black. We're partial to orange and black, obviously.
Hey, Coach, how's it going?
Doing well, sir. How are you?
Good to see you. Good to see you. Thanks for being here today. Some people don't know, but I'm actually a consultant for the Olympic sports, American Olympians, and I do a little talent scouting, and I do a little. I'm glad that you mentioned curling, because that's kind of my specialty.
Oh.
And so I was going to actually talk to you today about how curling and football are very similar. I'm sure, I know, you got guys calling plays during football, and especially, some of the audibles, and so things like, you might say, oh, so-and-so's the Mike, me and the middle linebacker. In curling, we just say, hey, Mike, make sure you're doing the brush. and so that could be very similar. And I know you use sweep plays. You might sweep left, sweep right. We do the same thing in curling. We call sweep, and because they really got to sweep and brush, to get the curling down there. And a lot of people don't know it is a team sport. I love curling too. That's kind of where my alliances lie with the Olympic national team. And it is what you can't hear though is someone like me, and the headsets are worn, and this, as you can see, is state of the art. I know it looks more like a NASCAR rig, and I'm trying to get that in the Olympics, but we haven't had any success at this point.
Yeah.
But what you can't hear on TV is what we're yelling from the sidelines, and you don't know the guy that's actually releasing the stone. He has a little thing in his ear, just like the pro football quarterbacks. So we're on the sideline, we're in the stadium there, and we're telling them, we only have about 30 to 45 seconds to get the call in, because there's a time limit on those curling matches.
Yes.
And so things happen. We call in, hey, sweep right. We're going 26 left dive. So I think people don't realize how similar it is to football in the strategy that takes place. What's your take on that?
Well, from my observation, the primary similarity between curling and football is that both of them, at any given point, there's one person giving directions and then a group of people frantically trying to execute those directions to the best of their ability.
Yes, that seems. Yes, that's true. That is true. I do like. I know football sometimes. I don't know if you give your high school quarterbacks the option to call some audibles or not. But that happens a lot, and so sometimes as coaches you get frustrated with that because they make the wrong call. And so you want them to go ice sweep right, and they go ice sweep left, and they don't get it on the target.
Right.
And so I've been kicked out of a few curling matches on the sideline, throwing my hat, throwing my visor, headset down. So sure. It's frowned upon in the Olympic community, but that's what you get when you hire an intensive person like myself.
Well, it's also frowned upon by the North Carolina High School Association, but I'm guilty of throwing my hat multiple times. I've yet to be flagged for a 15-yarder for sideline conduct.
Okay.
So
all right. Well,
so
that's
I've got
positive.
that streak going. Yeah.
That's positive. That's good. That's good. You haven't been kicked out then of any.
I've been kicked out. No, sir.
Good to you.
Sometimes I wanted to be kicked out, and I haven't.
Yeah.
I've not been kicked out.
That's good. Well, hey, I know everyone in Rosman appreciates the job you guys are doing with the football program there, and we certainly enjoy being a sponsor of the shows and watching you guys grow and all the good stuff that's going on.
Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate. I speak for myself, but also the school that we appreciate you guys being involved. It's the sports are an important part of the community.
Yes, absolutely.
Especially in a small county, and so we really do appreciate that.
Great. That's great. Well, we got a few things going on this weekend. We'll switch off from. Let me switch this thing off here so I don't confuse our curling team. But we got a lot of things going on this weekend, folks. If you did not get to check out Empire Strikes Brass last weekend at 185 King Street, they are back tonight. Get on the website, get on their social media, call King Street, get out there. That band is worth going out to see. Go out and enjoy that. Ladies fly tying night is at Acosta this coming Tuesday. Then you also have there's a fundraiser for the Cindy Platt Boys and Girls Club. It's the Spizo Italian dinner, and find details on their website. And then think about Valentine's Day is coming up. I don't want to give any plans for Emily, but I'm sure you have some big things planned.
I better now.
You can send that check right here to the office, Emily. Thank you. But hey, guys, think local for your Valentine's Day gifts. There are lots of things downtown that you can go to. We've got Downtown Chocolates, Highland Books for gifts and cards. There's With Regards for flowers. So lots of things in our local town that you can use for those special Valentine's Day treats and
Emily
gifts.
said specifically chocolate covered strawberries from Bracken Mountain Bakery.
Oh, there you go. Nice.
Even I can't mess that one up.
Nice. That is a golden ticket right there. Also, there's a Brevard High School basketball game tonight. There is RHS basketball games all weekend, Rosman High School. If you're out in Mills River.
Can I interject right there real quick, Brett?
Yeah, go ahead.
So we have basketball starting at our place Saturday at 12. The girls tip off at 12, and that's actually the girls are in the mix for a conference championship.
Oh, wow.
And this would be a chance to avenge one of their only 2 regular season losses.
Okay.
And then, so that's happening. The boys will play right after the girls. And then our wrestlers are going to be competing for the regional championship. They're leaving tonight for weigh-ins, and they'll be wrestling Saturday.
Okay, and they're in Greensboro doing that, right? Is that right?
They are in Greensboro.
Okay, all right. Well, hey, good luck to all the Tigers, and go Lady Tigers, get that conference championship. For sure. If you're out in Mills River, there's lots of stuff going on. If you're at Mills River Brewing, they got some tomorrow night. They got 5J Barrow, Star Wars trivia next Tuesday, and there's food trucks all weekend at Burning Blush Brewery. Traveling Dough is there tomorrow. What is Traveling Dough?
Pizza.
Oh, pizza.
God, I hope.
We hope.
Or donuts.
Their dough is Traveling Dough, and it is worth the drive to get it. And then Scott Moss and Derek playing together tonight at Bold Rock Hard Cider. Don't forget the forests. Some things are still closed through mid-February, so be sure you know what you're doing before you get out there. Check the websites. Check with the local bike shops. Know which trails are closed and which ones are open for you to use, especially with all the wet weather we've had. Be real careful out there. If you have any events you want us to mention, hey, hit us up on Facebook or Instagram. Let us know, and we'll be happy to mention you here on our live show. And thanks for joining us. Make sure that you follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, all the wonderful social media things. And we love our community. We love doing this. We want to thank Coach Dusty Robinson for being here today. Appreciate it. Thank
Come
you for
play
coming.
golf May 21st, RHS football golf tournament, Conisty.
Early-
Contact me for info.
Early plug at Conisty Falls. Great. Hey, we'll be playing in that. We'll see if we can see if we can get Chad to swing a golf club.
Drop a card. If nothing.
And we have a brand new video that's dropping about comprehensive home coverage. Rachel's talking about that, and she's doing a great job with those videos to educate you guys about all things insurance. Thanks for joining us today. We'll be back next week. You guys have a great weekend. Have a great week. Thanks for seeing.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.